Welcome back to Notes Edition, where I read notes off of my phone. Today's note is called The Never-Ending Credit Card Debate. Since the invention of fire, men have long debated whether or not to use credit cards. Whenever anyone advises against using credit cards, the responses are always the same. But how will I build credit? But what if I always pay on time? But what if I can get free points and free flights and never carry a balance? I feel like I've heard it all, and I get it. It's nice to spend money you don't have because credit cards make you feel like you have money in the moment. It's a cozy trap that feels like a safety net. There's a never-ending spiral of thoughts and opinions regarding consumer debt. My issue with it is less about whether or not having a credit card is beneficial or worth the risk. For me, it's more about autonomy. So here's the conclusion I've come to with regards to opting out of credit cards. Number one, opting out of debt. For most people, using a credit card ends in pain. It shouldn't come as a surprise. Credit cards are engineered to be a trap. The entire business model revolves around rent-seeking behavior. For me personally, I refuse to use credit. I don't want debt. I don't want to pay interest. Even with 0% interest, I don't want to owe anyone anything, even if I'm responsible and totally capable of paying it back. Number two, opting out of toxic relationships. Even for the exceptions, the few people who always pay every balance and somehow sidestep every trap and every hidden fee, even for those few who max out every possible point and frequent flyer mile, even those people only benefit at the expense of the suckers. The credit card companies can only afford to reward you because they scammed millions of other people with debt and interest. I don't like working with scam artists, even when they have something shiny to offer. Number three, opting out of compliance. Even if using a credit card was a smart move financially and I liked the people running it and it was a fair system, I'm still looking for a higher level of financial autonomy. If you could have an allowance of a set amount, but you could only spend it on pre-selected items, or you could have half the amount, but you could spend it however you like, which would you choose? Credit cards keep you in a game where you have to spend the way that they want you to spend in order to capture the points you're after. You have to keep playing the game, otherwise your precious credit score can take a direct hit. The entire system creates a culture of consumers in perpetual compliance to the designers of the game. So when it comes to using credit cards, the core question becomes, what do you value? Points or wealth? And that's today's note.